I'm just making the class, so when I die, someone else can do it. Let's go through it. Who's got A as an alpha? B as in broccoli. B is always a common answer. C as in Caroline. Last class had all C's. D as in dogwood. E as in Ellen. F is frankly, I don't know. All right. I thought I just went and got it, though. I just see it. Go for a second. Go, what you said?
I think B as in broccoli. That's provided you are.
Okay, great. Joe, could you tell me why A, B, and C are all wrong without me even doing anything?
A, B, and C.
Yeah, they're all wrong.
B is wrong.
I think I just said that, Joe.
I don't know that.
Oh, they have to be a determinant. How did you know that? But I mean, what in the problem gets you there? Everything you said is right.
Double shift.
It's a double shifter, okay? All right, so, Joe, assume the government increases unit tax on gasoline suppliers.
Yeah.
A unit, an excise tax, by the way, is like a tax on every unit you make. All right, so what would that do to this graph here? Okay, Joe, because I like you, I'll listen to you. So price up and quantity what, which way? All right, so price up. And keep reading that problem to me, Joe, because I don't have it here.
People commute longer distances to work.
Ah, Joe, if I have to commute longer, am I going to need more or less gas? So the demand for gas will. Price up, quantity up, right? Okay, I know price is going up. I don't know what's going to happen to quantity. It could go up, down, or stay the same. Indeterminate. You don't have. Is that dogwood?
Yes.
Any questions? Go, Joe.
What shifter is that? Like, how does
I go taste and preference. Did you have trouble seeing that would give you a shifter?
Yeah, I only thought it was one shifter
Okay.
because I didn't think that would do it. I thought because it only asked about like quantity and gas. So I tried to ignore the part that talked about like houses and city suburbs.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to get you to realize you were driving more.
I just want to check how the shipment market size of the house are more outside than the bill.
Okay, if you want to use market size, I'm fine with that. I am. You're saying that they increased the market by expanding like the suburbs. That's both of them are going to shift demand, right? Okay. All right, on your practice quiz, there's a double shifter, and on the unit, I'm not on the unit test. On the quiz, there's a double shifter. So we're all good. Keith, what's the one thing we know on every double shifter?
One would be determined.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Is there any way we can tell if it's a double, like an easier way we can tell if it's a double shift?
Sometimes, like this one is really blurry. I think they're usually a little better. Look at the practice quiz. The practice quiz ones, I think both are pretty straightforward. Okay. Yes.
So is the demand shifter the one where it's like people commute longer distances?
Yeah.
And you said it was taste and preference.
Like more gas.
People don't want to pay for more.
No, taste of preference that people just need more gas because they're further away. I think his argument of market size is a good one because you're now further out, so you have a bigger market.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Did I Oh, I have been recording. Okay, great. All right, prayer. Pray for us. What did you pray for? I missed it. I couldn't hear it. What? Okay. All right, a little change here. I'm going to do the review tomorrow morning at 7:45 and one at 7:45 at night. Reason being, Thursday is an hour and a half delay, and we have a faculty meeting, and Mr. Sembler might not let me out of the faculty meeting to do the review. So we'll do it tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. If you're coming tomorrow morning for the review, do the practice test first, so you have questions that you can ask, okay, on the review. Yeah, yes, sir.
If we get the people together on Thursday, would I be able to come to like practice with you?
What do you think?
Yes.
I should work on my free period.
Oh,
Of course, yeah. Do you know what our mutual work together is?
I don't know.
Okay, I think I'm free 1 through 6 that day.
Okay.
You still have to come in.
Huh?
You still have to come in. I think.
Yeah, I might not because I'm part-time, so I might get away with it, but. All right. We did the double shift and we did the practice. 8A was great. We'll do something with producer and consumer surplus today to remind you. All right, so it's that, first of all, I try to memorize as little as possible myself, because I'm old. But the second thing is I try to use the graphs to help me. If, like I'm a business history major, so like business, there wasn't a lot of memorization. Matter of fact, there wasn't a lot of really anything. Like, pretty easy major. I just wanted to skate through college. But history, there was a lot of memorization. So I used to memorize like 15 minutes a night. So I memorized like 10 or 15 minutes. Then I go over what I memorized the night before for 5 minutes. And yeah, by the end of the year, I probably knew the history book backwards and forwards. But I try to do a little each night if you're having that trouble. All right, price controls, yesterday's outline, ceilings and floors. From yesterday's outline. Look, really good on that market size. I like it. I think you're paying attention. You brought your A game. Yeah. Well, you didn't sell your magazines, you're the sport director?
I did sell magazines. It's just very cold out today. But I had my
So you wore a tie to warm you up?
I had my VIP pass.
Okay. I think you should, the day of the volleyball game, walk around in your Spirit outfit for the whole day.
To draw up some.
Yeah.
Shafty sunglasses. I should just come in like a volleyball.
And you know what else I think you could do? I'm gonna give you one other Spirit idea. So say like we have a basketball game. Why don't we give do the classes raise money for each class? Do you guys raise money for your class, like for the senior class? No? Okay, forget it. In public school, we used to raise money so the prom tickets would be less. Here, I guess they just figure you're rich, you'll pay whatever they tell you. All right. Okay, now, you guys are educated, so you're gonna understand this, but who's the president now? Biden, okay. Really?
Yeah, basically.
Really? I didn't vote. Who did I vote for? I don't know. I didn't vote for Biden. Huh? No, I can't remember. Oh, no. I voted for someone good. No, I voted for someone good. I could have voted for two guys who. That's the best two people America could put up. That's pretty sad.
I think my philosophy is that everyone who would be a good president is smart enough to not be president.
Yeah. It also like, yeah, I could agree. Or has something in their closet, like, no one's really perfect. But like Trump proves, you could have all these things, you could like rape women and still be president, so. Who likes the idea of having price? Who? $2 a gallon? Come on! Yeah, if Biden got on now and said the price of gas would go to $2 a gallon, he could win the next day, the election again. Why? Because Americans are not smart, but you're going to be. I lived through that price control. And I'll give you the whole detail. All right, so that would be a price ceiling. A ceiling being, Luke, ceiling's usually on the top floor and the bottom. Top, but we call these upside down houses. Why? Because the ceiling has to be below the equilibrium. Okay? So what is this saying? This is saying that the most you could charge for gas is $2 a gallon. So Quinn is now registering for a ceiling to be effective or binding. It must be below the equilibrium. That's the first thing you're going to think about when you see these problems. Now, Joe Dugan, who has no respect for me at all, is saying to himself, why? What happens if the ceiling was $6? All right, let's see what would happen. Okay. All right. So, first of all, when we do it at $2, who's buying and trying to help? Consumers. All right. If we do it at $6, right? So, the highest you could charge is $6. Is that helping the consumer? No, because what price are they going to eventually pay? 4, right? Because that's what the market, so they're going to pay 4. So if the ceiling is above the equilibrium, it's not binding, and you go back to equilibrium price and quantity. All right, I'm going to put the ceiling back. It is binding. Peter, at $2, how much is being demanded? And how much is being supplied? So we have a shortage. Okay. Ted, at $2, how many gallons of gas are we selling?
Gallons. 50. No, 20.
20, right? People want 50, but we only have 20, right? All right. So we're actually selling less gas. Now, what happens in the real world, Matt's saying? Because Nixon did use a price ceiling when I was a kid. Long lines, or you drive up to the gas station, and guess what they didn't have, Quinn? Gas. Yeah, that's a bummer. But Quinn, can you tell where I grew up? New York. New York. So New York people are really smart. So what did they do? You go to sleep, I go to sleep with a full tank. Kids like to do good. They would siphon the gas out. And what did they know? They knew I didn't have gas. So I wake up in the morning. Holy crap, I have no gas. And Joe would come up to me, hey, $5 a gallon. Ceilings too. Yeah, go try to get to the gas station. Now, automobile companies caught up with that and they started putting locks on the gas tanks, but before that, they didn't. It's like in certain places, you play golf, you get the ball in the middle of the fairway, kid steals it. 3 holes later, he's back there charging you for the golf ball you hit. It's America. All right. So even though ceilings are made for consumers, they don't always work in the consumer's favor. Okay. All right. So we got the ceiling, we got the shortage, black markets. Sometimes my son takes over and puts like things in that I don't understand. That was one of them. All right, we're now going to a price floor. Dylan, for the floor to be binding, where's it going to be? Above the equilibrium, upside down house. Floor is going to be above the equilibrium. This is the minimum you could sell corn for. You'll know minimum wage is a price floor. Mr. Keller, just tell me when you're ready. All right, Mr. Keller, what is, how much corn is being supplied here? No, at the floor. And how much do people want? Demand? Demand, yeah.
Would be
20, okay. Surplus or shortage? Surplus. Joseph, how much corn is being sold? So government trying to help producers by raising the price figures out how to get them to sell less corn. So here is economics, not my personal opinion. When government gets involved, the market becomes inefficient. Kind of like school when the administrators get involved, right? It becomes inefficient. Hold it, I take that down. Okay. Yes, sir.
So we talked about in class a while ago about wheat,
About what?
and how it's like kind of always sold the same price. Is that because there's a price for it?
No, but they could, like wheat is something that at one time, they didn't put a floor, they put a subsidy, so we grow more wheat so we could sell it. I'm pretty sure to the Soviet Union. A little ironic with our relations with the Soviet Union today, but
So
or
like
Russia.
if a farmer wanted to like drop their price of wheat by like 25 cents.
Here's what prevents them. All of us are growing wheat. Wheat's almost the same. So if you're going to, the price is so low as it is, Quinn, if you drop to 25 cents, you're not going to make money. But because so many people are doing it and it's so competitive, the prices are low as it is. Yes, sir.
So like, it's like the best thing for markets to be.
Yes, but look, if there wasn't a minimum wage, people would be working for like ridiculously low wages. So there are some advantages, you know, just a hard balance. Okay, there's your floor. Okay, and we talked about it. Boards, couple of quick practice questions. Yeah. Go. Gotta get your board out in your tent. It's like the Wild Wild West. It's like your gun. You gotta get it out quick. Just do number one. Okay. Everyone got a letter nice and big so I could see? Thanks, man. I'm like blind. All right, boards, please. I got some broccoli. I got some broccoli. I got some dogwoods. I got some broccoli. I got some dogwoods. All right. We got health food and dogwoods. All right. Which of the following will occur if a legal price floor is placed below? If it's below the equilibrium, is it binding? No. If it's not binding, we use the equilibrium price and quantity. The answer is D. Yes. Okay. Yeah, the word is binding. So here, if this is a price floor and it's below the equilibrium, it's not binding. It's you could wipe it out and you just use the equilibrium price and quantity. It's the first thing on all these questions. You got to ask, is it binding? Is it above? Is the floor above or is the ceiling below? All right, let's do question number 2. Look, I am freaking pumped up the ceilings and floors. I don't know. All right, put something on the board. I don't know if you got those. I just go look at what Quinn says. All right, boys. I got C. I got a lot of Caroline. Sweet Caroline. All right. Government misallocation, inefficiency. Good. Flip back to your notes. Keep your boards out. You're going to get back there. You're going to use your boards again. Or price controls efficient. I kind of already said to you, government isn't efficient. They're not in the efficiency game. If anything, sometimes they're in the equality game. All right. So, right. By the way, this is totally efficient, but this is let's get a price. What are we going to get it? What do we have? Floor or ceiling if this is binding? Ceiling. It's below, upside down half. Now, here's what you have to do on these. I take, this is price ceiling. I take this line to the first line it intersects. I go straight up and straight down. And this is going to be quantity ceiling. Okay. Now, who remembers the graphing rule for consumer surplus? The graphing rule for consumer surplus.
Anything above the.
Go.
Above the equilibrium.
Above, now, what's the equilibrium represent?
Oh, wait, anything above the price ceiling
Above the price and below what?
and below the.
Yes. So this whole area consumer surplus. Makes sense, right? We lower the price, good for consumers, consumer surplus increases. Connor, do you remember the producer surplus rules for graphing?
Yeah, the producer surplus is going to be under the equilibrium.
Under the price and above what?
Above the surplus.
Supply. Yeah, so this is producer surplus, okay? Now, this triangle right here. This, we call that dead weight loss. Dead weight loss. And whenever you have dead weight loss, you are inefficient. All right, what happened here? The government, by lowering its prices, got gas companies not to supply as much gas. Therefore, we sold less gas than we used to, and certain people could not buy the gas, and that caused an inefficient market. Okay, so because quantity decreased due to lower prices and less supply, you now have an inefficient market. Any questions on how to find consumer and producer surplus on a price ceiling? Sorry to keep you up. I'll talk. Okay. All right. Matt, what are we going to do next? A price floor. Good job, Matt. All right. Matt, the floor is going to be above or below the equilibrium?
If it's binding, above.
Above?
Below.
Below?
Now we can use that.
Upside down house. The floor is going to be where? Where is a floor in a house? On the top or the bottom? So an upside down house, where is the floor going to be? Above the equilibrium.
Wait, so I was rich for some?
I didn't say you were wrong, man.
Okay, I was confused.
I understand that thoroughly. All right, Matt, what is the rule for consumer surplus graphing? You're right. I go to my line, I take this down. That's the first thing I do. Q floor. Okay, now, Matt, I gave you a couple of seconds to think there. What is the rule for consumer surplus graphing?
Anything. I don't know how to explain it.
With words? Above what?
Above the floor for the price.
Above the price. And below what?
Or, below.
All right, Matt, write this down. Because if I call on you again and you don't know it, I'm gonna like have a nervous breakdown. Above price, below demand.
Okay.
So there is your consumer surplus. Producer surplus, Evan?
Between the price and us.
Below the price, above supply. Okay? I don't think it's cheating if you write these things down. There you go. That's your producer surplus. Okay? Yes, sir.
So in both floor and ceiling, it's impossible to have a consumer surplus.
No, you have consumer surplus.
Yeah, but how did you get there?
What do you mean?
If there's a floor that can't go unless it's.
No, but everything here. So what is the floor? Say $6, right? there's still people who are willing to pay 10, but they are paying 6. And by the way, the floor is the minimum you could charge, not the maximum, Joe. It's the minimum. Think minimum wage for the floor. Okay, that's okay. All right, now, yes, Quinn.
So dead weight loss would be both of those little triangles to the right of that right line.
Right there,
Yes.
dead weight loss. All right, why does dead weight loss occur here? Because prices go up and some consumers don't want to pay those prices. So they stop buying, causing some dead weight loss. Any questions on floors, ceilings, dead weight loss, price controls? Joe, would you like some practice questions?
Sure.
Okay, Joe, I'm here to please you. Okay. All right, let's do 18 first, then we can do 19. Here we go. 1 minute, 18. All right, there is no floors or ceilings in 18. Okay, no floors or ceilings. It's a little eye test too, if you could see it. Give you 35 seconds. Put the letter nicely on the board, nice and big, because I'm blind. Here we go, Cardinals. All right, what do we got? Front row is all broccoli. I got a lot of broccoli here. Am I broccoli all over the place? Yeah. All right. Here above the price, below demand, Y, Z, W. Good job. All right. Number 19. The price floor is set at X. The quantity demanded will. So the price floor, I'm going to tell you, is binding. Like, they should have told you that. But all right. Okay, give me another like 30 seconds. By the way, both of these questions on the 2000 AP exam, and none of you were even born. It's crazy.
What year?
2000. I was 50 already. I am old. I need to retire. All right, what do we got on our board? I got a lot of Carolines. I got an Ellen, but mostly Caroline, some I don't know. All right. Before the price floor at Y, O to S was the quantity. Now at the price floor B, it's O to R. So decrease from O to S to O to R is C. So everyone got that? Questions? All right, let's sneak one more in if I have another problem. Oh yeah, when the market is in equilibrium. Did we do this one? All right, I'm gonna go through it then. I'm gonna try a different one. All right, here we go. If a price ceiling is set at P1, which of the following areas represent consumer, producer surplus, and deadweight loss? We've got a good one here, folks. First question, is the ceiling binding? Okay. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Joe, yell out the answers. Not sure? Okay. I've got some Ds. I've got Ds, and I've got a, all right, guys, just stick with me before you go. Here we go. At P1, if it's binding, what did I say? You take this line straight up and then down. H and J end up being in the triangle, right? Here's your triangle, H and J, F, G, and I above the price, below demand, and then K below the price, above supply. Any questions on anything? All right, put our boards away. Have a great day.
What was the answer, Mr. Presso? C.
No, D.
Thank you.
Right. I will be here tomorrow morning at 7:45